Hi everyone, I am Alchemistic. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I felt it would be best for me to come on camera for this, is that I wanted to go over the 3 S's that I personally use to manifest anything. I did a TikTok on this, I did a YouTube short, but I felt like it was a little bit better for me to go a little bit more in depth on that. This is something that I've actually been discussing with some of my current clients, and it's working wonders for them. So I'm going to be going over that here shortly. First, before we go into anything any further, if you would like to work with me, the links to all of my services are in the description box below. I do offer a variety of coaching options, and I do offer a texting service that is booking up quickly. There's only a few spots left if you wanted to check that out. It's very popular, and a lot of my clients are really loving that. Let's go ahead and get into this. First, I want to talk about some success stories. Since I even first started everything, and if you are new to me, I used to be a tarot reader and twin flame and spiritual coach. I have a video that's a reintroduction video talking about this and how I'm transitioning from that over to just coaching. Now, the reason for that is because when I used to do tarot and twin flame coaching, we all know twin flames are just SPs. That's all they are. They're SPs that you are putting on a pedestal and obsessing over. That's it. And when I did tarot, a lot of times I did it in a way where I was reading their current energy, and I would tell the client, hey, if you don't like this outcome, you can change it by doing this. And I would go into manifestation coaching. And I found a lot of success with that. People would segue over from that to actually manifesting what they did want. That's why I'm now doing this, where it's just doing the coaching. Now, one thing I will say is from the very beginning, and you can watch my first introduction video, I have never wanted to show my full face. I have never wanted to say my quote unquote real name, which is just the name that I was given at birth, right? Because I don't want you to focus on who I am, on me in this vessel, right? I want you to focus on the message that I'm giving you, because really I am just you. I am just you pushed out. I'm giving you the messages that you already know. Before we go into my 3 S's, which is stop, select, and self, I want to talk about some success stories. I have a lot of success stories from the past when I did tarot readings. If you want to check those out, they're on my Instagram. You'll see like story reading reviews and just regular reviews in general that are older. And a newer highlight that I have is for my coaching services. I will go over some of my past ones. I'm waiting on a few of those clients to get back to me to let me know if it's okay to share their story, because some of them are so amazing that I want to share them with you guys. But first, I want to talk about this one client that DM'd me when I first started coaching again. And when I first started everything, just posting content. I didn't even start my coaching services yet. I said, I'm so over the moon excited you're back. I don't know if you remember me, but I got readings and coaching with you back in 2021. I literally think I manifested you coming back. I wanted to tell you that, number one, I did get my twin flame back end of 2021. And twin flame is just an SP or a specific person if you're new to this whole journey. So they did get the twin flame back by the end of 2021 by using your advice. However, I found myself no longer interested in him. I did what you taught me and wrote out exactly what I wanted in a life partner. Literally 2 months later, I met my now husband. I then re-listened to the coaching audio and manifested my dream job. Literally, I didn't even qualify and I got it. Recently, my relationship with my husband has been lackluster. You posted your Aphrodite affirmations video, and I put it on my sleep headphones, last night. Instant manifestation happened. My husband, who is never romantic, showed up at my work during my lunch with flowers and took me to lunch. He literally said, I'm sorry I've been distant lately, The way you looked in the mirror, the way you looked this morning, I was about to say mirror. The way you looked this morning reminded me how lucky I am to be married to a goddess like you. Will you go on a date with me? Girl, when I tell you this man has never ever talked to me this way, thank you so much. This truly helped. Use this as a testimonial when you launch your services. I want first dibs. And she did end up booking with me. I don't know if she was the first one to book with me, but she was one of the first few. This is quite the story, and I kind of want to emphasize here that she just literally went back to self, right? She just literally went back to the audio that I sent her from years ago. And all I did was remind her of her power. That's all I did. See, this is the thing is, I tell you guys, you do not need a coach. Just listen to what we're telling you in these videos, and you can manifest literally anything in your reality. If you need a little bit of help, I can't talk today. A little bit of help. Of course, we're here because we can see things through an outside lens because we're not emotionally attached like you are. That is the key difference. But coaching is a luxury. It's not something you need. You have everything within you to manifest anything that you absolutely want. But if you need that additional help, we're here. I have another one that was a comment on my Aphrodite affirmations. However, I want to get to some of these coaching ones. I posted these on my Instagram, and this one in particular, this client had just started with me 2 days prior to sending me these messages. She said her SP, they briefly dated, and then he ghosted and blocked her on everything for months. She has been to other coaches, got courses, even paid for tarot readings. She got zero movement until I gave her an action plan. I'm going to read what she said here. And I'll post the screenshot on the screen here too of the conversation. We had a little 9-minute call, and I do calls with my texting members. She is a texting member. And so we did a call together. She was talking about how much pain she was in. I was redirecting that pain into how she can use it to manifest. And then she said, he watched my stories on Instagram today. He just called me out of nowhere. He never calls me. I did what you told me to. I stayed in the assumption in the morning and then stopped checking his stuff. I focused on my work today, and he literally called me as I was driving home from work. This stuff really works. This call was good, but how do I get him to ask me on a date? Since then, she's been on a couple of dates with this guy, okay? So this was I think a couple of weeks ago. But this is what I'm talking about. These are the type of transformations that can happen like that, okay? Now, there's a few more here, and I want to talk about a recent client, 2 recent clients actually. I want to talk about one that she first DM'd me on Facebook and was asking about my services. And so I told her, and she was interested in the monthly texting service. We're talking about how it works. And then she messaged me and said, after she already paid for it and we were going to start, she said, you know what? I already feel different and we haven't even started. Meaning we haven't even started the texting service over on WhatsApp. This is what I'm talking about. You can feel the shift instantly with me because it's always my assumption that my clients feel an instant shift with me. It's also my assumption that my clients know the law. They know manifestation. They're just coming to me for a reminder. And that's what happened with this one. This one, she is in another country. I don't believe English is her first language. And it doesn't matter. You could have the thickest accent possible. As long as you can understand me, I can coach you. She came to me with quite a few different desires, right? But one in particular was with her business. She said that she had been struggling with her business, struggling to get clients, and struggling to get a particular client to pay her. This client flat out said that they were not going to pay her, and he was just going to chalk it up as, oh, I'm never going to get paid by this person. This person's never going to pay me. This person is this person is that. I helped her to change her perspective of this client, and this is what she messaged me. And I'll put this on the screen. I reached out to the client with an open bill rest. She said she isn't going to pay. I changed my assumptions about her. I can write this nicer. Okay, so here's the next message. My client had an open bill that she hadn't paid for a while. I realized I was holding assumptions about her that didn't align with trust or resolution. Alchemistic encouraged me to change my perspective and think of her as if she already had paid. I shifted my assumptions and aligned with this new belief. Shortly after she confirmed the payment, this experience proved to me how powerful the law of assumption truly is. And I said, that's amazing. How quickly did this payment come in from when you changed your perspective? She said 2 days. This was only the third day after she started with me. So she changed her perspective, and within 2 days, this client paid her. Now there's another one that is a really big one, and I'm going to use that in my next video because I will be doing another video after this one. But this is the type of changes you can make as soon as you realize what you are and who you are. You are literally reality itself. You are the universe, you are God, you are source, you are spirit, you are higher self, whatever you resonate with. Literally having a human experience. In your reality, I am just you. I am just you talking to you. You manifested seeing this video, right? And I don't really like even the term manifestation, and I'll do another video on that as well. But there's no other way for me to describe it to you, right? Well, there is another way to describe it, but not like mainstream where most people will understand. You literally shifted to a reality where you're getting this message from me right now. Because you maybe needed to hear everything that I just said. Maybe you relate to these clients, right? But the point is literally everything in your reality is just you. Everything. That's what it all boils down to. Let's talk about the 3 S's. And again, I did a video on this on TikTok and on Shorts, but we're going to go a little bit more here. It is literally everything. And this is not even a method. This is just, it is what it is. It's the truth. Literally, the best way to manifest or to create your reality, and you're not creating because creation is finished, or shift to the reality you desire, right, is to stop, take a pause. Realize that your current circumstances, your current reality is an illusion. The only thing that actually exists is what's in here. It's what you assume, it's what you think, and it's what you believe. Feelings, yes and no. Because I have personally manifested while I was in pain. I believe I covered this in my success story about curing my own cancer. But I went from having chronic migraines for years, severe pain, to now I have not had a migraine in years. I was in pain while I was deciding that that was no longer my reality, okay? So that is a feeling, right? Pain is a feeling, right? I could have felt helpless. I could have felt depressed. I could have felt sad, right? You can manifest even in pain. Stop, pause. Take a pause and breathe. No matter the situation, and realize it's an illusion. It's not real. You can call this the Matrix. You can call this whatever you'd like. For me, it's just a reality. It's a reality that I chose, but now I'm going to choose differently. The second step is select. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You're going to select a new reality. Because here is the facts. In your world, in your version of reality, there are multiple realities, right? Multiple parallel realities that exist. If you have a desire, I don't care what that desire is. It could be a desire for an SP. It could be a desire to be healthy. It could be a desire for a particular type of money, a particular type of job, a particular type of house, yada, 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 right? That means that that reality exists, because you would not have the desire if that reality didn't exist. You're going to stop, you're going to pause and realize this is a reality. Cool. You are not changing that reality because you can't change it. Creation is finished. Energy cannot be destroyed. So all you're doing is you're selecting a new reality. You are selecting a new experience. Stop, select. We're selecting that new experience, right? And then the third step is self. And it's exactly what it sounds like. I know most people talk about self-concept, but when most people talk about self-concept, they're really talking about self-love, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, if your desire is to be seen, right? It's to feel beautiful. It's to feel chosen, desired, all of those sort of things. Then absolutely, self-love can definitely help with that, right? But the truth of the matter is, you don't actually have to change, because you are perfection itself. You are God. You are the universe. You are actually perfection. When I'm talking about self-concept, it's embodying the person or identity of you already having your desire. Let's say example here, you're driving a 1994 Honda Civic. It's got over 200,000 miles on it. It's falling apart. But your dream is to have a Lexus, right? You want this Lexus really bad. When you are driving that Honda, imagine that you're in the Lexus. You already have the Lexus. What are you talking about? It's in your driveway. Be the person that already has it. If you already had that car, how would you act? You would act completely different, right? You wouldn't act like the person that's driving the Beat or Civic. If it helps you, go to the dealership and drive the Lexus. Test drive it, right? Feel the wheel. And then in your imagination, every time you're in your Civic, you are driving the Lexus. Every single time. No matter what your thoughts or feelings tell you. Because you have to realize you are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. That is the identity that is going through this reality, going through this world. But what you really are is God. And I don't care if I trigger anybody. I don't. Because they're all interchangeable for me. I say God, I say universe, I say source, I say spirit, I say all of the things interchangeably, because they're all the same thing. If a word triggers you, I might not be the coach for you. I might not be the channel for you. If me wearing my mask triggers you, bye. You don't have to be here. But you are here for a reason, right? You manifested this for a reason. I have a whole video on how ChatGPT is even you pushed out. That means even the algorithm on YouTube is you pushed out. There's no algorithm. You control everything. This is why you can have a thought and all of a sudden, boom, it's on your Facebook feed. All of a sudden, it's on your YouTube feed. It's in your face. Even though you didn't look anything up. You didn't even say anything. And it pops up. And you think that's an algorithm? You think that's coincidence? Try it out. Think of the most outrageous thing you can think of. Think of the most outrageous thing and say, I really want a video on this. I really want to see a post on this. And then let it go and watch it happen. I do it all the time for fun. I think it's funny. Recently, I said that I wanted to see a neon pink Geo Metro. I know I'm aging myself. That's okay. Those of us born in the 80s and older know what a Geo Metro is. Maybe some of those born in the 90s. And guess what? I saw one just the other day going down the road. And I thought about that last week. I was like, I want to see a neon pink Geo Metro. It showed up on my reality. When have you ever seen that? Be ridiculous and prove it to yourself, okay? So again, the steps to manifest, super easy. Stop, select, and self. It's that easy. Try it. Try it with something simple first, right? You see a certain circumstance in your reality, stop. Instantly stop. Pause. Realize, no, that's not my reality, right? That's not my truth. That is not what I'm experiencing. Select the new reality. Say, no, this is what I'm experiencing. This is what's going on right now. And then go about your day as the self that already has it. The self that's already experienced it. And watch things shift for you. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to start cutting it off here. If you resonated with what I'm saying, drop a comment and say, stop, select self in the comments. Put some heart emojis if you'd prefer that. Or tell me how you're going to use this with a particular desire that you have. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, again, if you would like to work with me, the links are in the description. And it's always my assumption that no matter when you're watching this, it could be night or day, you're going to have the best day or night of your lives. And I truly hope that's the case for you. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.